Alright, so we're going to be doing an image consultation today, and I'm going to start off by analysing your skin tone, your hair and your eyes, and just having a general look at your appearance, and just getting a first impression of what I think your colour palette may be, and perhaps certain characteristics that are standing out to me. Okay, so let's have a look. So your hair is highlighted. You've got a natural dark blonde, perhaps light brown colour coming through. Have you got colour on your eyebrows?
A little bit.
Okay, yeah. Eyes are very warm brown. So you've had some blonde put through with bleach and a toner.
Yeah.
Okay, and looks slightly on the warmer side with the toner. Is this something that was recommended to you?
I ask for it to not be too ashy,
Okay.
because I don't like the way it goes with my skin.
Well, you're definitely right, because it has got a warm hue to it. It's probably what I would class as a true blonde. It's fairly neutral. There are some ashy tones in there, but there's also quite a lot of warmth running through. Just gonna have a look at your skin.
Okay.
So lots of very pretty freckles. Quite a warm tone to the face. There is a sort of creaminess to your skin tone. It's fairly pale, but there's a sort of yellow hue to it. Can you see that?
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Okay. Do you ever let your hair grow long?
I have done in the past.
Yeah. Do you have plans to grow it again?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, just because having some of that darker colour coming down your shoulders, I think, would look quite nice. And it will definitely help with your colour palette choosing to have a bit more of that natural colour running through.
Okay.
Alright, and can I just take a look at your hands? I just want to have a look. So there is a slight greenish tinge to the veins on the arm there. Can I have a look on the other side? Again, greenish there, slightly bluer on the hands, but there's less pigment, so it's better to go with the wrists. So what I want to try first is autumn.
Okay.
Because I'm not too sure where you sit between a spring and an autumn. Now, autumn colours are very warm. Okay, so this is a typical sort of yellow gold that sits in autumn. Now, this sort of colour is more in line with the warm tones in your hair and your skin. I think this brings out your eyes, this particular colour. It clashes a little bit with the hair, and I think your hair is slightly, because your hair is quite neutral, it's sitting on the fence between cool and warm. So when you've got quite a warm colour, it's clashing a little bit with more of the cooler tones, especially this bit here.
Yes.
As if I pulled your hair back slightly and showed a bit more of your root. It actually works a little bit better. Okay. So autumn colours are lots of earthy colours, browns, reds, deep greens are another colour. Again, I think this colour goes quite nicely with your eyes. It goes really nicely if you look at this part of your hair. Clashes slightly here.
Yeah.
Again, if you pull this bit back and show a little bit more of your root, I think it goes a lot nicer.
Yeah, it definitely works better.
Alright, this palette's probably the furthest from what you usually like, isn't it?
It is.
Let's go for a brown. Now, that brown immediately clings to the warmth in your eyes, and I'm even noticing parts of your hair now that I've not seen before, where the darker highlights come through. I think that colour does suit you quite well. And we can go slightly more of a warmer sort of red brown. That's a very nice colour. Again, goes well with the darker bits of your hair, with your eyes, with your face tone, with your lips as well. Yeah. And let's try some of the warmer colours from the autumn palette, which may make you a little happier. So this is a very sort of true orange. It's quite bright. I think this may be too bright. I think perhaps a sort of muddier orange would look nicer. I think that's a very nice colour for you. It's sort of a deep red. Let's just remove that orange one so you can see. I think that looks very nice. So what I'm seeing is the autumn palette works very well with your eyes and your hair and your skin tone. But if we're going to try to incorporate some of your own tastes for slightly brighter, more playful colours, then we may need to look more towards the spring palette.
Okay.
So, lots of colour in the spring palette.
Very bright.
So spring colours tend to be more sort of colours you might see in March and April, with the first shoots of daffodils, very bright greens. There's a fair few shades of blue in the spring, quite a few different types of orange and yellows.
Okay.
So let's have a look. This is a soft gold, so slightly lighter. This does overlap with a autumn palette as well. I think that may be too pale for you. What are your thoughts on the dark and the warm, the dark and light colours?
I like both, actually.
Yeah.
I tend to wear lighter colours unless it's black.
Yeah. This This is more of a lemon yellow. Again, there's a warmth to it which works with the hair, but finding with the eyes it clashes a little. You usually, if we look at more of the playful colours in this range, it's more of a pastel-y sort of sherbet orange. Is that more of a colour you would wear?
Yeah, I quite like this colour.
So, it's obviously quite light. I think this works with your eyes. It goes with your hair because it's quite light and playful. It works well with the blonde as well. I almost want to put a warmer toner in your hair, which I think would complement you a little better, because I feel like I'm having to sort of move the blonde out of the way to get the colours to suit you better. Okay, so I've got camel. I don't think that works as well. It doesn't clash, but it's lost in the warmth of your eyes, I think.
It's like the same colour as my skin and hair somehow.
Let's have a look at some of these coral. This was a colour actually that's very similar to the autumn palette. It's quite warm, quite fun.
I quite like this one as well.
Yeah. And what about more of an original orange?
Yeah.
I think the bright colours tend to, you've got more of a sophisticated warmth, and the bright colours tend to be a bit too almost neon. They stand out too much.
Yeah.
Whereas the deeper colours sit a little bit nicer, I think. What I am sensing is that you're going to be able to pick colours from both the autumn and spring palette.
Okay.
I think you need to be looking at deep colours as your main tone.
Okay.
So deep reds, deep oranges, deep browns, and then, so for example, this colour I think is a good basic sort of colour for you.
Yeah.
Similarly with the brown, I think that really warms your skin. A few different shades of the brown actually, I think would look quite nice. And then also perhaps a bit more of those reds. And then of course some colours from the spring palette. Do you want to maybe just choose a few that you like from here, and then we'll put it all together in a palette for you?
Thank you. I really like this one.
Yeah.
I quite like this blue.
Yep, so this is like a powder blue.
Yeah, and this sort of aquamarine.
Yeah, this is a
sort of
light
colour.
aqua.
This is quite nice.
Yeah, this blue.
Yeah.
It's very similar to the powder blue.
Yeah.
Slightly richer.
And maybe this green as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
And just seeing if there's what about this?
Yeah. I really like lilac.
Okay.
Maybe the red.
Okay.
Did we try this one?
Yes, I think we're going to stay away from the kind of beigey camel tones.
Yeah, I think I like these ones the most. Perhaps this orange on the top.
Okay. Perfect, right.
Thank you.
So just with some of these blues, let's have a look in the mirror. I don't think it clashes with the eyes, but I think it clashes a tiny bit with your skin tone.
I think so as well. It's a shame.
Look, you can wear whatever colour you like. I'm just here to tell you which colours sort of will bring out the best in your tone. I think this clashes. I think it highlights maybe some bluer tones under your eyes.
Yeah, I agree.
I think this does the same. Sadly.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at the green.
I don't like it against my skin.
See, I think it looks quite nice.
How do you? Okay.
I think it goes really nicely with your hair. It goes with your eyes, slightly clashes with the skin. But there are ways, which I'll show you in a moment, that you can wear some of the other colours. If a colour draws some of the warmth out, you could always put some warmth into your skin.
Yeah, of course.
Which will help you when wearing some of those colours that maybe don't textbook suit you. Pale orange again. I think we can work with that one. Right. I think this goes quite nicely with your eyes and your hair. Do you like this colour?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. So the main colours I've picked for you in the palette are browns with hints of orange in them. This in particular I think is a really nice colour.
Yeah, I really like that one.
A warm brown. And paler orange. How do you feel about these colours?
I can see that they really suit me compared to the greens and blues and pinks.
Yeah, I think that's a really nice colour palette for you. Are you happy with the result, or just a bit disappointed?
I'm really happy to know which colours suit my skin and my hair and my eyes the best. I can always wear pink shoes.
Well, the thing about the colours is that if you are going to wear something that maybe clashes, having maybe a scarf or a jacket that just brings tones back down again,
Yeah.
I think would really help you. For example, if you wanted to wear black, black is very easy to style because you can always have a scarf that goes quite nicely with it. With the, is this one of the lilacs? The sort of lilac, you can still wear it, but it needs to not be the dominant colour. I think it could go quite nicely with that orange, but to not be the dominant colour, so maybe just a tiny little bit of it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Perfect. How would you feel about pearls?
I've never thought to wear them before.
So, for example, this piece is a gold thin chain with a pearl in the middle. I think the gold, obviously it's warm, it's a thinner chain, so you're getting a lighter hit of warmth, and I think pearl is a tone that sits quite nicely in between gold and silver, as long as you're getting real pearl that have a slight orangey hue, pearlescent hue to them. I think it sits nicely in between. Perhaps a pearl that's slightly warmer toned, maybe more of a vintage pearl.
Yeah.
But of course it's going to clash with the nose ring. So there's obviously colour that you can go for in terms of jewellery. I'm going to say for you to stay away from the pinks.
Yeah.
But that's quite nice. The greens and golds, sort of emeralds and golds, aquamarine gems I think would look really nice as well. Which brings me on to how you can still wear the silver if you'd like to, but utilising makeup to slightly adjust the tone on your face. So I see you've got your necklace. Do you want to pop your own necklace back on and we can work from there? So the first thing that we can utilise is adding some warmth into our skin. So this is Chanel. It's a universal applicator. It works as a bronzer, it can work as a sort of for contouring, it can work for eyeshadow. And it just helps add some warmth back into the skin if you are choosing to wear silver jewellery. Okay. So just closing the eyes and just facing. There we go. So what I'm going to do is place some warmth in where you would naturally perhaps catch the sun. So along the cheekbones, forehead. Just going to get you to face the front, and then of course you can add some warmth into the neck, which just helps to even out the tone. And along the jawline as well, which helps with contouring. You don't need a lot, just to give a sort of summery hue. Now this will mean that you can have a slightly cooler hair tone, perhaps wear silver jewellery as well. Okay, so once you've added a little bit of warmth into the skin, you can add some colour. So if you just take a look at this palette here, I'll just get this open. Okay, so we actually have two palettes here. So I'm going to suggest that these warmer colours here are ones to go for, especially these kind of golden colours.
Okay.
So you don't need very much, in fact some of these as well.
Yeah.
Let's try a mixture. This is probably a good colour to use for you. So if you just look straight ahead and just close your eyes. I'm just going to turn you a tiny bit. Perfect. And I'm just going to add this colour into the crease and make sure it's blended. So what you've got to remember is we're adding in the warmth. Okay.
Okay.
If you just look into the mirror there just to make sure. Can you see? It's added in some definition to the eyes.
Yeah.
I think it's immediately added some nice warmth, and the silver isn't doing so much, it's not drawing so much out.
Yeah.
So literally just very light. You can just dab with your fingers if you're not really, you know, savvy with a brush.
Okay.
Another thing I would suggest for you is to, I think you need to brighten the skin a little bit.
Yeah.
So a highlighter is really good for that. So let me just apply some. And we're going to go on the highest points on the face. Not too much on the forehead, mainly on the cheek. Perhaps a tiny bit around the chin. I would say only brush the brush once. Don't keep going back for more product because you want a very minimal look. And lip colour, I think, will transform. So I'm just going to get you to, if you just close your eyes. So I think definitely not a pink and definitely not a red. Okay, this is brand new, so don't worry. Okay, let's close the eyes. So I think you want to focus on orange tones. Now this is fairly brown, so what I'm going to do, if you could just rub that in. I'm going to add a tiny bit of quite warm coral. Okay. And this again is a gloss because we're trying to brighten the face. So I would stay away from matte colours. Do you want to just rub that in? Alright, just looking in the mirror. So I think we could probably go in a little bit heavier with the lip colour. I've got this one, which is sort of orangey brown. Let's have a look. I'm going to mix a couple of colours because I don't think I have the exact colour that I want to use for your lips. So I'm going to say the rule of thumb is to go for orange tones. And glossy. So that's going to be cream base. just going to spray glow mist to keep the eyes shut. Okay, I'm spraying now. Okay. Do you want to open? So, give the hat a moment. I think the colouring goes really nicely with the palette, with your lips. I've just wanted to show you what it looked like. Obviously, it might not be your style, so we can take it off. I think this colour green is halfway between the autumn and spring palette.
Okay.
It's light, and it goes really nicely with the silver. It goes really nicely with your hair colour, but it's warm. It's like an earthy colour, which I think goes really nicely with your eyes. So let's try it without the hat. Let me just fix you.
Thank you.
So actually, if we just close that so we can't see that dark blue, I think that goes really nicely with your hair colour. Very nice with the silver, with the nose ring. We've added warmth in, which will allow you to wear slightly lighter, more spring type colours.
Yeah.
It will allow you to have a sort of more neutral blonde as opposed to a warmer blonde, and yet it still goes really nicely with your natural hair colour. In fact, just having this bit pinned back I think would really suit you.
Yeah.
We focused on more sort of orangey browns for your lip colour and your eyeshadow, and some nice silver earrings, perhaps maybe with some hints of greens, would look really nice, or perhaps like a nice orange earring would look really nice. What do you think?
I really love it.
Yeah?
Yeah, even the hat, which is not my style at all.
Yeah.
But you've done a really good job.
Okay, thank you. That's alright. So I'll just do some finishing touches, and then I wanted to give you this to take away with you. It's a vitamin C boosting serum.
Oh, thank you.
So remember I talked about wanting your skin to glow a little bit more. Using that every evening overnight I think will add a real nice glow.
Okay.
And just help especially with the hair colour. Just helps your skin kind of stand out a little bit more. I know you see I'm trying to just bring some of your natural hair colour back there.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've noticed, but I've actually warmed your neck and your chest area to match your face slightly more, which I think makes a big difference.
Yeah, I think so too.
Okay. Oh, it's lovely to meet you. And yeah, I'll put this all in a little book for you, so you can, we've got a large one and then a pocket size one, so when you're out and about you can just check to see if the colours work.
That's great, thank you so much.
And don't throw away your pinks, but maybe just be more mindful of your kind of main colours that you're choosing.
I will, thank you.
It's alright.